Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for everyone there. Today, I would like to discuss the overview of retail marketing. Probably some of you are not familiar about what is retail marketing. So before I'm discuss about what is retail marketing, I would like to give you some definition or terminology of retail marketing. Basically, retail marketing is set of business activity that give added value to the customer based on the product or services sold by retail. So if we're talking about retail not only about the FMCG product, but retail also can be used by another company like the fashion company, and then like aeroplane company, and then another stuff that you can sell your product or your services as with the retail concept. So why actually retail is so important here? Why is retail so important here? Because retail is the mediator between manufacturer and customer. Without retail, the product or services cannot be delivered to the customer properly. So retail is the first entity that contact directly to the customer. So I would like to explain about the supply chain flow. So from manufacturer goes to the wholesaler, from wholesaler they going to retailer, and then next retail go to the customer. So you can see here, you can see in my slide here that retail is the first point of touch, point of sales, the first point of sales related to the customer. So retail have a close contact with the customer. If they feel not satisfied with the product they purchase from those retail, they will complain to the retail first. They not go directly to the customer. Go directly to the company, to the manufacturer. They're going directly to the retail. Hey, why you sell the product like this? Can you please can I refund my money because I'm not satisfied with your product? But currently retail is not only selling a product. Maybe you can see in your environment, you can see in your surrounding here. At the moment, most retailer they try to switch from product dominant logic into service dominant logic. What is that? They use services as their main idea to sell the product. Let's say for example here, Alfamart, their main business is selling the FMCG product sold by the manufacturer. But at the moment, Alfamart open the new concept of their retail. They call it as Alpha X. For Alpha X, it's like say they try to make a comfy situation, comfy environment for every single people to come to the retail. So they provide the lounge, and then they can access the free Wi-Fi. They can access the table and everything, and we can discuss everything with our friend. We can discuss with our lecturer in this cafe, in Alpha X. So, but besides of that, they're still selling the product, but they also provide the comfortable place, the comfortable situation for the people to discuss about anything. If you want to discuss about your homework, if you want to discuss about your assignment, you can go to there. Yeah, but again, not every single retailer transform into the modern retail. There are basically still, especially in Indonesia, we still find a lot of traditional retail in Indonesia. Like here, you can see in my slide here, there are two types of retailer. One is modern retail, and the second one is the traditional retail. You can see the difference. For modern retail, most likely they are clean, most likely they are very bright. But in traditional retail, most likely they are messy, most likely they are not comfort. This is the differences between modern retail and traditional retail. But in Indonesia, the comparison between modern and traditional retail, we still dominated by traditional retail. What is actually the differences between modern and traditional retail? The first one, modern retail, the function for modern retail is for professional, but traditional retail most likely is only a single owner, single operated owner. For modern retail, the logistic support is using by distribution center. On the other hand, the traditional retail distribution logistic support in the traditional retail using a single distribution. They only dependent into one distribution. They don't have any distribution center. In the financial flow activity, modern retail, most likely they're using formal credit, they're using the bank transfer. On the other hand, traditional retail, they're using cash payment. And then next, in the number of stock, modern retail probably they have million or thousand of product, but on the other hand, the traditional retail, they only have few product, less than the modern retail. But yeah, this is the situation, the comparison between modern retail and traditional retail. Now I would like to show you the penetration of modern retail in the world. If you can see in my slide on the right side, if for the developed country, for like UK, Germany, USA, New Zealand, you can see here, most likely they are dominated by modern retail. Like in UK, 97% retail in UK are modern retail, only 3% traditional retail. On the other part of the world, including our country in Indonesia, the composition or the penetration of modern retail is less than traditional retail. In Indonesia, you can see here, the traditional retail dominated around 70%, and modern retail is only 30%. Even though maybe you can see in every single area in Indonesia, you can easily find Indomart, you can see easily Alfamart, but still, their market share in Indonesia is only 30%. And on the other country, let's say on Vietnam, is more extreme. 90% of retail in Vietnam are dominated by traditional retail, and only 10% for modern retail. But you can see in my slide here that retailer have a big improvement. Let's say if we can see it is based on the data that we got here in Indonesia. In 2010, the transaction of the retail is only $792 billion. But compared to 2019, the transaction jumped into $1,600 billion. There's a huge improvement here, only in 9 years. So it means that retail industry, actually we're talking in Indonesia, retail industry contribute into 13.02% into our GDP. They only less than they only have them from the manufacturing industry. So manufacturing industry is the biggest one, and then the second biggest is the retail industry. So this is why retail is so important for us. And then what to do next after we know about our potential, about the retail potential? What should we do next? What should we do next? We have to do the retail strategy. In retail strategy, we will discuss about the location, how to pick location, how to determine location. Is this location suitable for our retail or not? We have to mention it. And then I'll also discuss about merchandise assortment. So how many type of product that sell in our retail? How many services that given to our customer? And then the third factor, the third strategy about the pricing. We'll discuss about pricing. And then we will also discuss about the retail communication mix, how those retailers can communicate their product or their services to the customer. And then we also discuss about the retail store design strategy. So let's say if you go to again Alfamart or Indomart, you open the door, and then on the right side, on your right hand side, you will find the cashier. You will find the product that easy to pick. This is the design. We have to make a blueprint about our product, about our retail. And then the last one, retail strategy, also discuss about the retail customer services. Why? Because if there is some problem with our product sell in our retail, so it's easily for us to give solution to our customer. Okay, I will discuss one by one our strategy. The first one, I would like to discuss about the location strategy. There are several factors that we have to aware about the location strategy. The first one about the demographic factor, about the situation, the people situation about her. And then the second one about economic situation, about the cultural situation. Let's say in I will give you sample in Jogja. One of the district in Jogja, we call Bantul, for example, is not allowed for retail like Alfamart and the Indomart goes to those area. They have to merge into their indigenous retail there. This is the culture. So the government or the people in let's say in Bantul or in Kulon Progo, they are resistant with the Alfamart chain or Indomart chains. And then the next part about the demand. If we want to pick a location, we have to measure the demand in those locations. How do we measure our demand? Yeah, we can make a calculation like here. Yeah, we call it by buying power index. We can calculate based on the population of market size, and then divided by total national population. This is the demand. So we have to measure the demand about this. And then the next factor is about the competition. If in our area, if you want to pick one single area in area X, for example, and in those area already we can see around 5 retail already established in those area. So probably it's not a quite good business for us. It's not quite a good deal for us, because there are a lot of competition. And then the next one is about infrastructure. How about the infrastructure in those area? Do we have a good road over there? Do we have a good internet connection? Do we have the water access to those area? This kind of infrastructure also we have to look after. Okay, this one is location strategy. And then the next one about the assortment strategy. So we have to pick, we have to choose the right mix of product that we sell in our retail. So if we have retail, so we have choose a right mix of product, not only product from FMCG product, probably also product that can be created from the local area. So it depends. So one single retailer and to the other retailer, they have different strategy. Why? Because they have different location. Why? Because they have different characteristic. So they have different assortment strategy. This is the second strategy about the assortment strategy. And then the third one, I would like to discuss about pricing. If we want to discuss about the pricing, what do we want to do? Do you want to be your price leader, or do you want to be a price follower? Do you want to get the market penetration, or do you want to get the high margin? It depends on your objective, your retailer objective. So one retailer, and let's say there's two retailers side by side, they will have different approach. So how to get the price? Based on store policy. How do we develop our price? Based on the competitor price. How do we develop price? Based on our economic condition. And the last one, the other factor is based on our target market. So these four factors we should combine. We should combine before we develop the price for our product in our retail. So is there any specific adjustment for specific area? Yeah, definitely. So every single area they will have different adjustment. So it's also based on our objective. Next one, I will discuss about communication mix. How do we communicate to the customer? How do we communicate to the society about our retail? So what type of product that we sell in our retail? So we have to develop, we have to deploy this strategy. We have to create a flyer, we have to create ads, we have to create maybe we can hire a celebgram, or we have a YouTuber go to our retail. It depends, again back to the previous strategy, depend on your customer, your retail policy. What do you want to be? Do you want to be you want to fight in the premium price, or do you want to fight in the medium price, or do you want to play in the low price? It will have different communication strategy. We will discuss about this in our next video, only about the communication strategy. And then the next strategy we call as communication mix. Yeah, it could be about advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, public relation, and also direct marketing. Yeah, and then if you're talking about marketing, if you're talking about the communication, actually there are two types of communication that we can implement in our company. First one is pull marketing, and the second one is push marketing. What is pull marketing? Pull marketing, we try to give product knowledge to our customer. So we do not give something to the customer, but we give the product knowledge. So we are expecting, without we are asking them to come to our retail, they already come to our retail. This is pull strategy. On the other hand, push strategy is try to push the customer to purchase the product from our retail. Let's say if you go to our retail, I will give you one. If you buy two product, and I will give you one for free. This is push marketing. Which one better? It depends. Again, it depends into your objectives. If you want to get your short-term sales, push marketing much more better. So you get sales directly. But if your vision, if your objective is about the long-lasting relationship, is you are using the pull strategy. But again, pull strategy is costly, and we cannot get the sales directly today. Probably we doing the educate the customer by today. They will purchase our product by next month, next year. It depends on it depends on how effective our education to the customer. Next, I would like to explain about the store design and display. So let's say if you want to, it's similar like you want to build a house. You have a design. This one for bathroom, this one for living room, this one for study room, for example. It's also similar with our retail. This area for fast moving product, this area for food product, this area for non-food product. So if let's say if you're going to any supermarket in your area, is almost all of the supermarket or almost the retailer, they did not mix between food and non-food. They always make food in one aisle, and then the next aisle is non-food. This is the design. So in the cashier area, they most likely they place the product that easy to pick, like a candy or cookie and also cigarette. This is the design. So how to do this? The question is how to do this. Normally we are using we call as like a planogram. If you see here, planogram is like an apps or application that we can set in our area. Let's say this is your retail, and then you want to pick food here, non-food is here, fast moving product is here. You can easily put it into your system, and then you give to your contractor. I want to do like this, blah 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 blah. This one is more effective for us. We will discuss about this in another video, because this is the specific. We have to learn by using this software. And then last one about our retail strategy is about the services. Now, like I have mentioned in my first slide, we discussed about retail. At the moment, they try to move from product dominant logic into service dominant logic. So they not at the moment they are not claim that their product is the best, but they try to claim that their services is the best. Because if people satisfied with the services from retail, they satisfy from services from the company, they will make a repeat order. They make a repeat order, and then they will become loyal to those retailers. So this is why services become critical from for the retail industry. So how do customers perceive and evaluate the quality of services? We have to know about this. And then how to improve our customer service and achieve the service excellence. And then the next one, there's a question: how to make a service delivery blueprint standardized in our retail. So we have to make a standard. Let's say if you go to the bank, every employee start from the security, they will say good morning, good afternoon, and they try to open the door for us. This is kind of services. If you go to another retail, let's say you go to the restaurant, same. How can I help you? How are you today? And everything. This question try to make a good engagement with the customer. If the customer have a good engagement, they will feel satisfied. If customer feel satisfied, customer will repeat the order. If customer repeat the order, it means they are loyal to the customer. This is the main idea that every single company wants to pursue: customer loyalty. So the first one we discussed about awareness, blah 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 blah, and at the end, every single company, including retail, they want their customer become the loyal customer. this is the highlight for this material. So this is the whole strategy that can be implemented in our retailer. So I think it's all discussion about this, the introduction of the retail marketing. So if you have any question, if you have any objection, you can place into the comment here, and then you can see my another video in my YouTube. So it's easily to communicate with me. Thank you everyone, and then I'll say alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.